Just get Auto Rig Pro. This is probably going to be more of a rant style video. I'll still show you how easy it is to rig a character for Unreal using Auto Rig Pro. This is going to be more about me ranting, kind of discussing the issues that I've had with rigging, which has been kind of more of a headache than anything. So 3-ish years ago, yeah, I guess it's been 3 years. 3-ish years ago, when I first started learning Unreal, I wanted to animate and rig my own models, and that was just a nightmare. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of tutorials on rigging that worked effectively for me, and this is probably user error more than anything, but I just couldn't find a solution that was easy and that worked for me. And I bounced around. I used, like, there's another Blender software plugin that's like Gamer Rig or Simple Rig, something like that. I can't remember, but when following the tutorial, my experience did not match the tutorial's experience. I had to rig it 3, 4, 5 times just to get a result that was anywhere near what I wanted. I mean, we've all seen the tutorials like, match any mesh to your character, upload any model that you want, and, you know, Bob's your uncle and it's all done. But I did not have those results. My experience compared to the experience of the tutorials was night and day. I did not get the results. I followed them. I'd start them over. I'd reach out to other people, see what they're rigging with, and everybody told me the same thing. Look at the tutorials, do this, do that. And my results were just nowhere near what anybody else was getting. And that's really frustrating, especially when you're trying to learn the software and you're trying to implement your own characters. You want things to work, because when stuff doesn't work, that slows down the momentum on your projects. And for even the first game that I did, I was able to cram everything in 4 weeks, but I remember rigging the vampire. It didn't work. It was really janky. Even on the second game, rigging my main character was a little janky, but I really didn't know what I was doing when it comes to rigging those characters. But from me, a very poor solo indie developer, to you, I'm telling you, just get Auto Rig Pro. It's $50, and trust me, the sanity that it saves and the time, oh my God, it's absolutely worth it. If you want a free rigging version that kind of gets you through, you can use AccuRig. If you're kind of in that, like, I'm still learning Unreal, I'm in like year 1, maybe even year 2, and I'm just learning the basics, and I just want to rig something. I don't really care what it looks like, but I have a custom character and I need to apply it to the basic UE5 mesh or the UE5 skeleton, then use AccuRig. There's a free version. I think it's part of Character Maker, which is a paid subscription thing. Worked fine. That's what I used on my first game. That's what I used on my second game. And it worked okay. It's a little janky and you have to adjust things to fit your model appropriately. And then if it doesn't translate over to Unreal properly, you kind of have to go back and readjust again, which can get really annoying. But if you're past that, and let's say you're at year 3 or year 4 and you're rigging and you have tons of models that you want to rig, get Auto Rig Pro. Trust me, it's $50. There is a light version, but I think you need the $50 version because it happens to be able to export FBX files. Get Auto Rig Pro. The amount of time and sanity and just mental clarity that it saves you when it actually goes from not having to deal with the jank to just working is amazing. I've been working on this Christmas game and I have these new characters and these new models that I need to rig and I need to animate, and I didn't want to have to deal with this really slow workflow of having to rig it and then animate it and then get it into Unreal. I wanted something that would speed that process up. I didn't want to have to deal with all the bullshit. And I reached out to a bunch of people what they were using to rig, and the majority of people came back and said, use Auto Rig Pro, use Auto Rig Pro. So I bit the bullet. I spent the $50 and I am so much happier that I did. Going from Blender, rigging my model, exporting the model into Unreal, and then animating with Cascador, I can do that entire process in 10 minutes. I can rig a model in Blender, export it into Unreal, and it just works. The momentum that you gain when tools just work, sometimes you gotta spend a little bit of money to get the appropriate tool for the right job. And this is one of those times. If you are having difficulty rigging, just get Auto Rig Pro. And I'll show you how quickly the process is. Okay, we are here in Blender. Gonna delete all this stuff. Get our Yeti model, import, go to the front view. You want to make sure for Unreal, and it could be other stuff too, you want to make sure that the model is above the x-axis. So we got our model. Go down to Auto Rig Pro. Go down to Auto Rig Pro Smart. Get selected items. Grab our model. Click it. Get selected items. Okay. Guest markers has been working perfectly fine for me. You can add neck and you can go through the process of adding all the markers individually, but guest markers has been working perfectly fine. For the sake of this, I'm not even going to adjust any of the markers. But if you were to go through and place everything, you want to generally be centered. It'll tell you up here in the upper right where it wants you to put all the markers. One thing you do need to make sure that you check is the skeletal settings preset. You want to make sure that it's on UE5 Mannequin. So now that we have all the markers, we are just going to go click go, and that'll produce the rig. There's our rig. So let's go back to object mode. Make sure the rig is selected, and you're going to click match to rig. And that'll produce all the control boxes and things like that. Back in object mode, we want to make sure our model is selected first, then shift click the rig, go to skin, click bind, and it's done. Now we can go back to pose mode, click any of the control boxes, move them around, and our rig is done and looking nice. Go to the front, look at the head, rotates good. Look at that. X. I mean, looks great. And you can adjust the weight paints here. You can adjust it in Unreal. I haven't really had any issues. There's been one model that I've adjusted some of the weight paints for, but pretty much out of the box, this stuff is working so good. So let's go down to export FBX. You want to make sure that the game engine is set to Unreal Engine. It is a humanoid. The other big thing, it needs to be set on humanoid because this is going to be matching it up with the Unreal Mannequin. So you need to make sure that it's set to humanoid. If you're doing your own thing, universal, leave it however you're doing it. You can click fix rig, and sometimes that'll find an error. It'll adjust it. So we'll call this Yeti fixed rig. We got the okay, all done. Click okay. Let's go into Unreal. We are going to go in the content folder. I have some models. I was messing around with this earlier. Create a new folder. We'll call it Yeti Rig. Import our new Yeti. I don't touch any of these settings except one, the skeleton, because you want it to be the Unreal Mannequin that we were rigging to. So set it to the SK Mannequin. Import. Done. Well, it's loading. Done. One thing I want to do is just change the mesh so that it's a solid color. Base color. There we go. Save it. Close it. Okay. On our third person character, open up the meshes. Click our Yeti fixed rig. Look at that, it's already working. Compile, go into our game, play. Look at that. That entire process was what, like 2 minutes maybe? That's it. And he probably needs to be lifted his feet around the ground a little bit. But I mean, that just shows you how simple this is and how easy it was. I mean, there's tons of tutorials on rigging and using, you know, all these different softwares and doing this and using Mixamo and blah, 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 blah. If you're in a position like me, you need to rig your own characters, get Auto Rig Pro. Trust me, it's gonna save you the headache, it's gonna save you time. And for me and my Christmas game, being able to rig a model and then immediately start animating it for the game has just been a massive, massive game changer. So really, from me to you, from poor solo indie developer to you, just get Auto Rig Pro. I'm always trying to save money on all the projects that I do around here, and I know the value that comes from trying to do things cheaply when it's appropriate to do things cheaply. You don't always have to spend money on everything that you do. But I also know the value of getting the right tool for the right job. And trust me, from a poor solo indie developer to another poor solo indie developer, this is the right tool for the right job. If you're in year 2, year 3, and you need to rig your own own characters, and Auto Rig Pro is the choice. This is not like a sponsored thing. I just think it's such a great piece of software that every Unreal person needs in their belt. It makes everything so easy. So I'm gonna stop ranting about it. Just get Auto Rig Pro.